de ma nipa ebre pa ye phone he start say eba no. Da bia obeduru bia na ogina na oyeko. Na wo kan secret. Da bia ogina na nkasa na wonim spirit of monitor. Obi timi kokogina nsuo anim se no atwe ne phone no ogina nsuo no na wo twa. Obi nam ho otimi kokodu nsuo ano no ayi ne be ma no ogina no ogu nsuo. Kokoko star areas a omugya om na abotan so no omugya om na bebo nsuo nim se tam. Eno ntina so mo tetete nsuo ano nyina om di hia no. Nyankopon oye ba ko pe. Onte asole bi onte kuo bia mu oye nyame a wote ho. So no bo wi ase nko ade adwen ho se ye ka kiro se Nyankopon no bo Lucifer. How silly the God who created his own enemy will be. Mon dream ko akire na bibi man yanso yentimi nko yanim.
Television CK, YouTube, Musha, subscribe, yes, YouTube, Musha, cross rising, then what you logo. Uncle machine again, get Mofia Obalogo.
Exclusive interview on television CK Brasso say the eba when he say the anache say jirokono den in a positive way. Me the CK sharing so na subscribe to television CK. And once again, mene babalawo eba be di enkomo. Hey, nensem ka ene said the mutie atode bia age se utie ni biem ansa wati di all kano. Ase said me kan no. Bohose mita me wan me ho se gramophone apawa me ba me ne babalawo exclusively ebedin komo sick and stay.
Ezitech Building and Constructions. For your building construction and architecture designs, please contact Ezitech Building and Constructions on 0243 987 117 or 0204 510 800 or send them an email to greymarking@gmail.com. Ezitech Building and Constructions, your #1 construction firm.
Baba back, babalawo trans. Babalawo
bibia boko nyaminti bibia.
Adena ope white shesa.
Spirit na ekuta me na white. Inti debia me pese me me spirit. Inti na debia me she white no.
Wow. Emu nsem kakra eno no. Ene de me baaya me pese isua de ekoyenim kakra. Empre bebre spiritism and religion. Adekro na because me pese wo be chirim kakra ni address ko.
Me da sepa ya dia confuse nipa bebre ennim sade no.
Baba we de anka u face mi kakra se eno aye patcho na uchirim.
Me say spirituality any religion difference bebre ewum na nipa bebre e omo de spiritualism e confuse religion far different from spirituality. When we say religion idea obi watro atoho idea you are doing according to your master, you are following your master steps. That is religion, religious value and others. But about spirituality is your faith, you yourself, what you yourself believe in, the way a manner you yourself will construct yourself and build yourself up spiritually and then spiritual. But religion there kuo nipa kuo bi a omo fi ase free baby no mo trogu ho ye we ya ebe ye ekwan omo fa so eye omo no ma na no a na da ho na onso waba a onso ba be follow. But ese hu se nipa bia oba asase so bia wo no an purpose of created into this world or no nipa bia wo die nti a ye born ba asase so nti wo wa fasa religion we ya udi akire a religious masters no de omo ye no eno a na onso ye wa ye enye ye unsusu ye nyina ne se ebe yi esese hu se nipa kro no no be ye sade ne to ho a o te saku ne to ho ama saku na nyina ba bedu ha no ba bi ofri ba ye different ebi akro ofri so ne ukrom e different yefunu ewo no ne yefunu ewo e different ebi aduane a no dimpo ene unsu aduane e different na beye ni wa beye e different nti de ono ya eyeye no enye no ana unsu betimi ayama na yeye enti na mostly ko religion side a obi say on religious we no nipa bebre they are in slavery nipa bre yɛahyɛ bi de akata nipa so yɛahyɛ bi de amia nipa yɛayɛ no by force strict say ɛsɛ sɛ nipa onye sei ɛsɛ sɛ nipa onye sei ɛsɛ sɛ nipa onye sei. That is religious side. But over spirituality it will be anhyɛ ma wo one kasankasa you know the rules yourself, you know the rules and the regulation yourself, because spirituality no untimi mbumbra so enko free. But religion side there mra nipa na ahya to ho nti nipa mra de utimi buso. But over spirituality honhom mra encounter with spirit, and spirituality is unseen. That side is the other side of the world that nobody knows there. You can't know what is happening there. You don't know. You're unseen, because that side, the spirituality side, obedient to me, mama, that is the spiritual side. You can't write it. But religious side, and there's someone who say, "Dear, nipa bi ne kind of fast so etna so, and an kind of fast so born a bra, a kind of fast so a year, ne noma sa kwan no, and or trotto horse sa kwan. Mrs. says, and can nipa na fast so be and kaye. Media minim say." Wo sa wo ba na obɛyɛ ade na ɛgye wo ebia wo ne ofie nkwa na sa de na ɛbɛgye wo.
Okay, minchwa no eni die mara na metie wo yi a de opese o kyerɛ ne sɛ religion ne de empre bebre no ɛyɛ okonkron ni bi sa otwaye ɛna okodom sa religion na onso fa so enim sɛ Yesu Kristo ono na Christians ɛfa ne sa so na omudidi na namon eso ena Muslims enso okonkoni Muhammad ena omo edini nkyerɛkyerɛ ne de okade to ho sɛ wo mundi so no eno na woyo mse okonkoni Buddha no mo nso wo hɔ a the Buddhists enso edini chi de mabobobobo so nyina eye esom religion eno no ena wo kyerɛ mu sɛ spirituality no ene de enyemra finchim metiwase wo hoyi a na nature sem
ho de spiritual by nature eno nyi onipa na watena sa wahyehyɛ samra na to da bi to sɛ ho anyi nipa nsɛm honhom nsɛm ene wo ho de nipa bi ntimi ntwro asem ento wo say we spiritual law dabi spiritual law to him alone or no or trust our law is spiritual law to him alone, and his spirit and his way of worshiping that spirit no and spiritual law eba me side or no law no e bia na me anya me law ono na chiwade ya de a me spirit no pepper. Excuse me to say oba abosomsom or the mean kasenti obi, but spirit no wo form no most of them mean say so the prekukura mponso kura kokana hona na spirit no adwane spirit na say ebi mu aduro mo di prekunso kura kan mo na say. But when you come to a real spirituality, we are using everything is there into wo wachi wade no you been so ne na mo pepa into spiritual side there wo mra na wa hyato no wo mra no wo ade a wo spirit no ope. That means that side there's no law, there's no rule for anybody. There is rule, but the rule is there between you and the object of worship, your way of worshiping the spirit. Some run that wope and unsum mumi and muntem. Only third person be anka. And a spiritual laws upon a secret won't me enfer impia bonting. But when you come to religious law, who say a daho open a public law, obi hu utimi kenkan obi hu ye ka kire ye kire but spiritual one is secret ye nka kire obi awo eno a secret and before say spirit obetimi agina ene nipa nante akọ akire no or test how secret you are. It depend on your secrecy. It spirituality there mra na on and abonten like the religious side yetimi hyehyemra to the extent say Christian or more 10 commandment and other side ayehu no mra na edaho. But spirituality no ye ni mra bia wo ho say spiritual master we no ahye sa mra we ato say o person ye deep spiritual so follow this spiritual law. No, there is nothing like that. Or no law or no follow ye no between him and his spirit. One so sunsuma nam no different from his spirit. The spirit can even be similar, but they cannot be the same. And then our way of sacrificing and our way of communicating with them cannot even be the same. And our way through which we deal with the spirit cannot even be the same. So how much more the rules and regulations? No.
Metwasi ya nache se yeni specific rules and regulations se bi boundaries bi ne den bia
ɛyɛ sinkyerɛ atwan aha de yenye we aha de yenye we sɛ deɛ wo kan spirit bi betimi ekura we na osan so kura we but ɛbɛso mmra ɔne wo bɛkɔ ɛne mmra ɔne we nso bɛkɔ saa netie
an saa pepepepepe netie saa netie if say wo sunsun a ekuta no e different from onipa ba kono so no sunsun a ekuta no spirit no kwan a wo person fast spirit no ene ni nante no ene no ma wo person fast spirit no nye no e different from the ono so o use spirit no ebia now you are using the spirit for positive purposes no using for evil. Sacrifices that involve in both positive and negative are not the same. They are not even similar, because when you come to positive side is sacrifices. When you go to evils, you need to embark on rituals, and there is difference between rituals and sacrifices. Sanoma mienu we. Inti ube unsa senipa no yusu for negative a ono mra ono spirit no ebeko eni nkita udi ono ebeko na different from what we yusu for positive. To that side there is no way a spirit e come obefa so any way anante no obesan fa sa kwan na so ni way anante no it can never be true. Bibia sani ho.
Okay. Babalawo exclusively on television CK and then no AD and common here spirituality and spiritism and religion. Eno di mu nkyeremu eba no na wo kyerɛkyerɛmu yegusu do musukɔ ebudambaris nyina ebom na yenkwa mepɛsɛ adeɛ we wo kyerɛ mu kakra na mehwɛ Martin mpeni nsɛm da sɛ the spirit a omni nipa eye ejuma no aya nipa wo command ɛwɔ mo so senete
Omota can say some bebre say onipa or command our spirit so because of say spirit they don't live on earth. On this earth, planet earth, no masters and yankopon or ye creation system. I'm not talking about the God of Israel or whatever. I'm talking about the God I know. Yankopon no bo we asa no asase we so ankasa. Jode share nsa sa asase we ondi so. Non on nante asase we so non control no mo we asase we so nyina nipa. Inti on the physical scene there. Physical beings ebeka say nipa or command e was spirit so, but we are spiritual, you know say it's asemomokano, it's not even similar, it's vice versa, opposite. How can wu nipa ubenye tumi e was spirit so? No, it's not like that. Debi be anywhere to say. But physical beings unye deep spiritual uhuni say nipa or command e was spirit so, because spirit now only in namnankasan we very very light, we low class spirit. Intinema wo kasano. Usunsum na okuta ne munye du sunsum no kete enti na ma wo kasa asem no na sanka ukuta spirit an ho eden a anka obi hu se spirit no wo utimi command obi a wokọ nanim akwa bisa ade afiri no ho bu nkotodwe no utimi command sa nipa no sa spirit na wokọ ne nchen a wo roro na afem paboa no utimi command no sa spirit na wo uhia ade wo no a wo pa ne chew ansa na ade no aya ma no utimi command no spirit na ono protect no utimi command no na wo betima command obi a ono protect wa enye physical security a wan play no this is spiritual ade a wo ntimi no ena ono ye nti ono ya head ono ne ho adensen kra you can never command the spirit and you will never have command on that spirit unless you are dealing with low spirit and there no doubt because wo sunsum na ekuta no wo ankasa wonim say spirit na ankasa no ntimi nye bibia ena spirit no age say wo kan chen so nkoye we ansa na waye. But about real spirit and mudua. On moderate all our ways and our connections and all our movement. Dear ye babe konansan e beko hanon wo duru ho. Into wo besi da command no. Ono ankasa no baby onam na ho na obefa. Obi oye deep spiritual be enim say. Ansa no be bie na no aka say no. Na spirit na man kwan so nka ansa na waka. So how can you command someone that will even permit you to speak before you can speak? How can you command that one? It's not true. It can never be true. Think about this very very well. Share I normally say this, say look at this, how silly the God who created his own enemy will be. You just think about this, how silly the God who created his own enemy will be. It is a kuta spirit na sa spirit we on kuta no control bibia no monitor bibia ema na sa spirit no ho na just a command no ansa na wa bibia. Then that God is very silly. That God is very silly, because you are a servant of the spirit. You are serving the spirit. So the master and the servant, can they be equal? Can the servant command the master? No. It's never true. I just saw more primary sides, because spirituality classes. And as spirituality so and as spirituality you can even know part of it, but you cannot be deep in spirituality. Because if you are not well committed, if you do not dedicate yourself, if your level of faith is not that strong, your faith in it, if it's not that strong, you cannot build on yourself strongly in spirituality. You can be there thinking you are very powerful, because spirituality is not about say wo could do no be atra na anya adwuma and as be about also person mo na waya ma no na aye adwuma. It's not enye no na case spirituality. When we talk about spirituality, that means you have dedicated yourself, you've committed yourself, your whole being to work spiritually. That is what is meant by spirituality. Some people, they are partial spiritual, they are not deep into the spirituality. Omo full-time spiritual workers, omo religious workers, because religion or some part of it, there's partial spirituality there. Some of the religion also practice spirituality, but their own is partial. They are into part of it, but they are not full. But if a fully spiritual person, the spirit that is controlling you, everything that you are doing is the spirit. So you are fully spiritual. Sani pano, we is fully. Bibia we be on him say you soon no director. Say ye. Wo ansa na obeda obesore no obehu we ya sunsun be ka kire obehu we ya sunsun be ka kire obehu we ya sunsun be ka kire sunsun no be ka kire se mendi we na se de ono timi ka kire se we ye wachi wade odi a obewudi a obeku na so suro se obedi na ntimi ndi no. How can you command that spirit?
Exclusive interview ni guso enwan eko babalawo na ene no agi edwa no na yebedi nkomo ne mo ye ko enim de na ye ko obi betimi aye religion ni nipa bi, but not a highly spiritual.
Yes, it can be because religion is for its personal interest. Religion is personal interest. Like myself, I'm a babalawo. I don't believe in any religion, but I know there's religious this and that. There's religion and other things, but I know say spirituality is one. So somebody can be a religious member and very, very powerful, no doubt, because we read a lot of the spiritual, the religious aspect of this living. We read a lot of their books, and we know that most of what they are saying are self-experiencing and other things that when you check it, you can see is good.
But me feel say religion and spiritism, yeah, at the core, because a boom is synchronized. What did they mean? Because obi a Christian ni or a Muslim ni or a Buddhist ni adia still ano spiritual. I mean,
yeah, we consider that side to be spiritual, but it's not spiritual. It's not fully spiritual. That one is partial spiritual.
I said you say spirituality, spiritism. Who define anything?
Yeah, spirituality simply means God. How the system, the world came into being, because everything about the world is spiritual. Spirituality is anything that can possess and anything that can act in other world that people cannot understand in human imagination. Anything magical or anything spiritual, something that is beyond human imagination, something that ordinary and then human pure human beings cannot embark on what he's doing. Something that you see, something very strange, something that you cannot understand, something that is not well understood, because like God, you can't understand God. That is spiritual. So anything spiritual is something else. It's one way or the other. You can't understand spirituality very well. Each and every spiritual man explain and can define spirituality and spiritualism based on his own strength in the spiritual background and in the spiritual realm and his way of serving in the spirituality. So spirituality has different meaning according to the type and then the way, the level, how deep the person defining spirituality is. Myself, if you ask me about spirituality, I start from God, because spirituality means something that not well understood. And in this life that we are, the only thing that you cannot investigate and you cannot say much about it is God. That means spirituality. That is the basic of spirituality, the beginning to the end, starting from God. So spirituality means something secret.
Okay, sure. Me pese yenya inchiremu ni ye. Fa ichirebium.
Okay.
O say spirituality and religion enya adeko chiremu biom
spirituality and religion ain't me nya adeko da. There's no way religion a group of people. Sometimes a bibi memha yata kan say a som a kuo, but about spirituality so a honso em so ye work some because some of the courts a religious a spiritual groups almost one wo nti yaka say soma enye say asole anase nkremu anase wenkwa na yesom na emom ye wo honhum som e wo ho na ewo nipa fam nso esom e wo ho nti nipa kuo som ababia nipa kuo bi ekokohia a omudi normal bi ampanfo bi aba ye eto ho ebi ti se Kristo som ni nkremu som ade a ompanfo baba ye omudi akire a omo ye the same to omo form mbra ni nyina so no eno na religion eno a religion, but over Christianity a individual race altogether.
Spiritual,
a individual race because spirituality obiane the way a manner or practices spirituality. In the spirituality, you cannot learn from someone, but you can adopt it. That's why people can impact it on you, but you yourself you can't learn it. You can adopt it, you can be initiated, and then you can be imparted. That is it. But and on it idea dance say idea yentimi nsua because enye physical something sometimes it can be conceived through your meditation. So how are you going to learn this? Ube si den na wetimi ababesua we na wa trotro mra babeto. Spirituality sometimes it's not like a physical way. It happens sometimes it may see accidentally, you are not even aware the spirit will be speaking to you. So how are you going to practice this? Ekwan sunsun fa so bani pa so ekwan fa so ne sunsun e communicate no uni hobby. How are you going to learn it? Ono the obetwa to ho no, the secret is the power of every strong spiritualist. And as a secret on your ready so be revealed into one of the unim no yak nketen bi na o kan kire. Na the secret, the deep about it on kan kire until you can learn it.
Good. And him say I can be say Christianity manual a Bible, Islam the Quran, other books in so other religion a use spirituality and spiritism. Yentimi nya ni manual and I say imbrabia I just say ohwe so diso and say wie pay
debi yentimi nya sam mla bia nto ho sam mla ne be obia be diso no I say obia ni so mla bia sentimi ma spirituality because spirituality no obia na ekwan ofa so okoye ono ne kwan of so different and also kwan of so spirit no ono wo kwa kwasa nsuo odu nsuo ni mu ho na sunsun bi aboa bi pie firi nsuo ni mu na ho na spirit no ba be bowura ni mu na spirit no start say one no omu di nkita ho die onso spirit na ekuta no na wu ye na oja ade bi wo fie na wo yusu nti wo na ade na oye na different from me amako nsuo ma nsuo bi aba betena me mu no different nti ye mra no enye the same yemra ni nyedise and spirit no so bia spirit bia different types and different kinds of spirit into no untimi ma mekasa wo sunsum we kuta no mra wei na onen efa so because sunsum bi di we sunsum we ni we sunsum we ono na chiwade ni we sunsum we ono we no pe nti sa wo mra na wo hyehya to ho no bia ade a na wo amamra wo de ma spirit no me de ma me spirit no obekume.
Good. Ahonhom dos ho
ahonhom omo ye bebre
ti se nipa
omo dosun sin nipa de say noso nipa de kakra bi wo de se person ti asesempo ahwe nipa dodo omowu because most of the religion omo consider say nipa owu a wosan sore wosan ko or baby krompa some of the religion it me can say Christianity say yes owu a obeko heaven me be dura ma wako heaven nti ye prepare your home for heaven near there. That means say nipa no omowu ni nyina no they are no more in the physical world but they are in the spirit world. Okay, right from creation till now nipa omowu omodoso say nipa wa asasi so nti say if those people if truly there is life after death they are thankful nyina they also living in the spiritual realm to omodoso say yen sama for omodoso say ya etiasi sisia and when you come to the spiritual side of it na sunsum ankasa no omo ye sunsum omo ye mframa nti mframa wo hui untimi nkan mframa bato hwa hoden ekuta mframa utimi unse mframa ankasa ne muedu nti sunsum ankasa no omo muedu nti ba konkran po gina trillions nti omo doso sen ye
omo dos no kra omo dos so ye kra na ye say asase sun kwa na yewo ye only earth pe na yewo but some of the spirit from different planets all together and they are coming to this earth too as well nti ye de nipa ye ketewa bi but sunsum no omo dos and omo nyuma so dos na omo kwan omo fa so eye omo no ma so eno so e different all together obia asase so ha yewo no kro bia ne sunsum oman bia ne sunsum ebusua bia ne sunsum different spirit altogether ebi wo nsum ebi wo nsasim ebi wo wiem ebi wo nsonomam ebi etetete nuam ebi tete motem ebi te forest bebi ho yeku ebi te four junction ebi te three junction ebi te market ebi te bank ebi te school ebi te park so ebi spirit o tete different areas enti na kasa asase so person transase so na won to wa won nam krampa ensese utimi bie wa no na kasa enne de mani pa ebre pa ye phone he start say ba no da bia obeduru bia na ogina na oyeko now what when ha when so be am na count secret wo share your dreams ade a person onye na one wadam for mo share baby ogina na nkasa no nim spirit monitor ho e bia ogina three junction spirit ogina ho no ono no e the messenger to evil society no ono ho no ogina at that moment or information dey akọ ope microphone be attack you that night that moment ono no ye agent or wo shift at that moment awaba beto no wo kasa ye na no de ko enu ti na ma asase so si nipa da sene ebre bebere no cause tete na omo nim amamre ankasa omo nim say baby wo wa uduru ho a ye ngina ho saa enche de say four junction say wo duru four junction na wo gina ho na wo yekọ nsura de odibitimi kokogina nsuo anim say no atwene fon no gina nsuo no na wo twa uduru ho no de agompo wambo bi wontimi am pache ompo ho wo gina ho utwa picture akọ obi nam ho otimi kokodun so anu no excuse me to so no ayi ni be ma no gina no gun so obi timi ko fotena edua so ayi okopumu a cc side no coastal areas a bin so omo timi ko omo ja omo na abotan so no omo ja na be bon so nim se tam enu nti na coastal areas omo tete nsu anu nyina omo di hia no enu nti na omo ho kire omo gid serious ones omo no omo tanya serious sicknesses no enye say physical na because of say omo ndi ho ni nti health na ade spiritual attack no nya wo kokotena abotan so na we ja na ato nsum epum wankasa otena asase so na dwens anu ma we ya ehon so ye obi krom eho ye obi sie eho ye obi dem eho ye obi eho na obi tie o nti wo sese excuse me to ofia o team wo dan a wankasa o dem na obekwa aba na obeto so obi koto ho na o jane na ho a wo de be chen de na o de be no de o de be no na eno na ye de ye o nti na sa mran keten nipa da sane ebububu so no na ema nipa nye ye no
ade ne four junction ade ne three junction
four junction ye kwantanan eye kwanya ba ko fi benkum ba ko ekonifa na ba ko so fie pue ene a atoye no musan eba be hia saa kwan no ene friend se four junction na four junction ye wo spirit a ono wo monitor four junction saa spirit no mostly no agent a de ne gina ho no spiritually no we konkonsa oye ntro ono na odi information sa ye spiritual database na nkasa because spiritual group bia no omo so omo software te said ye wako bank na omo database any anasa institution bia omo de no omo de omo timi feed informations ni nyina ema no omo hwe so ade hu bia ne file any ade but sa spirit no no gina ho no ono omo direct information direct utwem sisi na wagina ho na start ka wachina me tukwan mo me ko UK me pese mebu bia ma ne me ma me kranti pam na de ko ase no four junction ono na adwuma wo ye no na three junction no so no eye nkwanta eye na aye se wai nse ba kun fi ase na ba kun su ko benkum na ba kun su ko nifa miensa eho mostly spirit a wogina ho no oje adesoa su nipa oje ti mostly obi o yare anaso bi a wo problem o pese problem ni free ni tiri so aye ya mamre de ma three junction said be asa adesoa na be fi ni tiri so na ho no mpo no spirit na ono so mpo no onsanya ba ko onsa number 8 omo run shift oye lucky ade obeba beto no ono adesoa na ade beba no sa multiply no by 3 e de ma we lucky so ade obeba beto no ho no so ono de ohun na nani boss na adesoa na ekuta na efrato but that spirit good spirit because of bonene said the Africa ye kaseti a honhom ni tino that spirit no omo mpie biem good ones na mabiem bad ones na kwa number good spirit no gina ho na wate se nipa da se ni kan ho asem onya tepe eno ano no ompie kra ma megina ho mo te se nipa o spirit o ma second chance ti wate se nipa da se ni kan ho asem bone a o ma ho biem noko age evil ones na no moba nti se wo ye wadwen say 4 junction ye say 3 junction spirit no ho no o de ye say ade so ano age nensu wa ma wade so aso no de mrika no de kwa know the time because every salika every sacrifice every rituals there is day and there is time and there is place there is venue
e twa ne ho se grammar power egusu drokono tutale madusta nyante asko dialo ostia konyo yanku enim kakra msene ncheche na ba more na baby edri aha na ya eye me de power me ni wo interview hu ubesom eni wiase akasa
that's it ewiase no baby ewiase ne ekeka kono sisi a baby ewiase ne keka kono ewiase no ayehu esum ankasa ene kata ewiase ne so nti asese onipa bia unya kanea wankasa se unya kanea enye torcha battery ne yen charge you asese unya kanea ankasa a kanea ne endum da a ode be nante sa sum num wa mmia wani a oboa untimi because spirit a ye release you omo asese omo na asase so no omo ye very 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 deep na mpese onipa bia ante asese asase so ha nyankopon oye ba ko pe ene nyankopon onsesa ene nyankopon onte asole bim ene nyankopon onte kuo bia mu nyankopon oye nyame a wote ho so no no bo wiase nko ade adwen ho na hu se sa nyame na ono akasa wasa bona tafo no hwe se de sa nyankopon no wagimi tenase na adwen ho yie se ye catch se nyankopon no bo Lucifer ema Lucifer san ba be ye sei oba be soliti ano adwen ho nyankopon nim bibia ansa na waye nti ono akasa onim se na tafo ni no san be bono dia ene how silly the God who create his own enemy, look at how silly that God will be. Mon dream kwa chire na bibi man yanso yentimi nko yenim damase
Efremi CK Yakramo